Is this the place to be? Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Right. What's crappening, sir?
The first thing I heard. Ace the bait.
Oh, it ain't coming in too clear then, sir.
No, it does, but usually you gotta wait. Like, soon as you show that you're in there, me and my brother figured this out. You gotta, like, in your head count like 1, 2, 3. Then you talk. It just takes a second.
Oh, we're counting down like the Slipgate matches.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish him.
Fight! Oh, enjoying the cig, are you? That's nice.
Well, out here on the East Coast, we can do what we please.
I'm on the East Coast. What are you talking about? You should have been
You only
like,
think you are?
out here on the northern East Coast.
Right now, in my mental state, I'm in my mind. The hell was that?
Had to add a little "you're correct" thing.
Oh! I thought somebody was calling. I was like,
who do we have calling in? Hello. Hello.
Crocky!
So, you wanted to ask me about VR. Virtual rectums.
So you wish to discuss the Full Dive VR? Yes. In the second episode, to which I made on my own, that I felt was effective, but might have been poorly, I do not know. I discussed the Full Dive VRs and the impact they could have on the world. The Full Dive VR is, it's connected to your neurological network. That's your brain. And instead of having a controller in your hand, you are the controller yourself. Are you with me so far? Do you understand?
No, not at all. What? I'm just kidding. Yes, obviously.
So I wanted to get your input initially on, you know, what you think.
I would love to have that shit. I would like literally. I remember being a kid, playing games and shit, and being like, man, how cool would it be if you could like somehow put on like a headset or something and be in the game, like completely 100% in the game, like feel, touch, all that. It's crazy that we're actually moving in that direction, and it hasn't even been that long. You know?
Right. And in that thing and in my research, I found that quite possibly next year we could see that kind of results.
Like completely in it.
It's possible.
Wow.
And Sony actually has a patent on a system, a posture system control thing. I can't remember the name. I'd have to find where I wrote it down. It's very, very strange. It's a very strange looking patent, I tell you. You need a whole room for it. That's how big it is. Which, if you ever seen the anime, isn't really all that surprising. The anime, I want that design more because it's just a headset. You just put the fucking headset on, you can lay down in a bed.
Yeah. But that would be kind of cool. I know where they're going with that. Like, you would probably have to order like a censored floor, censored wall. It's gonna be like a whole room of sensors. And shit.
Well, no, because no, but yes. Well, see, because there's already a bunch of different things that are out that kind of act in a sort of way, but they're not integrated together. Do you know what I mean? They're not the same thing. They're not one entity. You have to buy and use all these things separately. So you're not fully immersed. You're still using controllers and everything.
I guess I'm getting better.
And in the future that I'm seeing, your physical body is still here, but your mind, mentally you are there, but you feel like you're there.
Avatar.
And while you're there, your whole body is there. You know?
That's crazy.
And I see a lot of good and I see a lot of negative things happening, because as I was discussing, you know, in the second episode that I had made, take it, like if you just watched the last episode that we made, take it from the perverted aspect, but this is where I'm seeing the negatives coming in. The Oculus Rift, the porn industry, is making a pretty decent amount of money from the videos they release. Now say that this comes out, there's a lot of people out there that are obsessed with porn stars, and if this thing comes out, man, anybody who's lonely, anybody who's alone, and especially people who obsess over those porn stars, and they start making things for this that comes out, you can design that girl any way that you want her to be, like emotionally wise. How many people are going to view that girl as like their girlfriend and never want to leave that place?
I mean, yeah. But people do that anyway. People do that anyway with like fucking
that's
dolls.
The video games that we play now compared to this are absolutely different, because when you go into that kind of a place mentally, the food that you eat in there and all that stuff,
Hey, I bet Captain
it doesn't do anything for you. So you're just gonna be in there, and you're just slowly gonna wither away out here.
Well, let's
You're initially going into a coma when you put that thing on.
Yeah, it's gonna become addictive. You would really need like
Exactly.
a really like they would almost have to put like a timer on it
Yep.
in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like you can only be in here at max for this amount of hours, and then it'll automatically disconnect. But then people will start losing their shit, but it might like help people train. Like that's so crazy to think like AI is getting to that. That's what Elon Musk talks about, that shit, how it's
Because, and
scary
I'm telling
if you can't control it.
And I'm telling you, it's because we're just that close to making it a reality. And I'm telling you and anybody else to watch that fucking anime, because the strides that we are now making in technology, this is something that is going to happen, because the articles that I was reading, they brought up so many good points. Look at where cell phones were 10 years ago. Look at where computers were 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Look at all the technology that we had. Look where they were 10 years ago. Look at the advances that TVs themselves have made, man. 10 years ago, when we were kids, they weighed how much? And they went all in that span to now that they're like movie theater TVs.
That's what they were talking about, like with NASA back in 1969.
It's not just the others.
Anybody with a newer phone in their pocket have a better operating system and computer, quote unquote, better than what NASA had putting astronauts in space in 1969. We have that in our pocket. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. Like that wasn't even 69, like what, almost 50 years ago? A little less than almost 50 years. Like that's crazy. Like I don't know, man. It's like I can only imagine. See, the opposite end of the bad. It's almost a 50-50 split, because it would be awesome.
It really does.
Yeah, like it you would enjoy the shit out of it. It would be so groundbreaking. It would be for normal everyday just people want to come home and chill out, gamer type people. It would be probably the most crazy experience of their lifetime. But for people, yeah, good.
I feel the exact same way, because I feel that this is going to be so world changing in such a positive way that yes, there are going to be negatives, but this will be a drug that everybody can go to, because you are literally leaving reality. Okay, there's no imagining it. You are literally leaving it. And for so many people out there in the whole world, it's not country exclusive, it's the whole fucking world, man. For so many people, the reality sucks. I mean, I see drug use honestly going down because of it. Because so many people seek that shit out to try and escape reality. But with this, you will absolutely guaranteed escape fucking reality. But the only downside that I see is it becoming that addictive, and that they would have to, as you did state, put some kind of limiter on it so that you are forced to take care of yourself. But I mean, you know, if you're allowed to use it, as most gamers do, hours at a time, I mean, you know, I mean, I don't really see that part of it being, you know, too bad. Because, I mean, most gamers game incredible hours at a time.
Right. And I just had this thought, too, like, there's no way, I mean, you could, but there's no way, I don't think they should if they ever had the opportunity to do this. Like, you know how you go online and you get into a lobby? Like, can you imagine that just, I don't think that would be horrible. Like, imagine, they would have to make each virtual reality, even if 500,000 people are playing the same game at the same time, they can't make a lobby. Can you imagine the mental warfare that would be going on, and your anxiety, and, you know, if you could, like, get killed in the virtual reality and then kind of snap back from but having that feeling, you know, it would almost like be on the edge of playing God in a way. Like life and death. That's how it would seem in your head, because you're so into it. It's almost like a live dream that you're actually, like, you know, those dreams that feel so fucking real. You know, it has you sweating. You wake up and your heart rate's going, and you're going. It's still gonna be in your mind. So your mind, it's gonna be something completely new to our human mind that hasn't been tested yet. You know, it might wake up. See,
talk about dying in the game.
Yeah, 50-50. It might wake up part of your brain that's never been accessed before, that us as a human race have never accessed before. You know what I mean?
That's actually really interesting that you bring that up, because that's what the whole thing about SAO, the anime, was about. Is so when it's first developed. This thing first comes out, ironically, the year is 2022, and this amazing game gets released. It's just launched. A bunch of fucking people are logging in because, dude, it's so exciting. You're gonna be in a video game. So they fucking get in there, and everybody's playing for a few hours, and then some people try to log out, dude. They can't. They can't, man. It's been fucking locked down. And guess what happens, man? If you die in the game, you die in real life. It sends a big old fucking electric pulse, kills your brain, it makes you have a heart attack.
Damn. Yeah, see, that's the
premise of the game. But they're trying to say that it's not possible, which makes sense, because it is an anime. It's a cartoon. You know what I mean? It's.
You know, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I almost, like, I just got thinking, like, I wonder if you would, like, with some games, if you would need, like, some sort, like, just imagine, man, this is deep. Like, think about, like, okay, you're a 20-year-old kid, mom and dad just bought you this virtual reality, oh my god, you know, like, obviously you're probably gonna be okay depending on the game and all that, but what if the game is so intense, so crazy, and so real that you're a 45-year-old guy that wants to try it out and you have a heart condition? You know, is there a disclosure you might have to sign, like, hey, like, this is real shit, you know what I mean? Like, alright, you're gonna have to get a system, a virtual reality system, but you're gonna have to hook up this heart monitor and have it on while the game's on. That way, that's the only way you can play this, and if you start getting too into this to where it's gonna affect your health, then you're gonna be logged out and brought back. You know what I mean? That's how deep this shit can get. Like, that shit's just crazy. It's, like, mind-blowing now
And
that I'm,
that's-
like, thinking about it.
That's why I was so excited when I was talking about it in episode 2, because the progress that technology is making. See, this is something that has to do with video games, but it's also a lot different because it's computer to brain processing.
Interaction.
It's
Yeah.
exactly interaction, and it's work on a whole new level, and they've made a lot of progress. The first stuff that they did was they had a human hooked up to a EEG, and they made a mouse or a rat's tail move. And the next thing that they did was they hooked up a paraplegic man to a EEG and had some mechanical things on his legs, and it took a lot of work and rehabilitation, and they were actually able to make him walk with him using his mind to control the machines. So they've made a lot of progress, which is why I'm saying, and so are a few other people, that this is something that we could really see quite soon, because it's your brain working with machines and vice versa.
Are you sure this is
And
the way you tell?
and it's not
As the
just
leader, you should have the
the full
topography
dive
memorized.
VR that we could see.
Just shut up
We
and come
could
over
see
here, young man.
a lot of other shit that we've seen in like science fiction
This should be the
movies
way, so let's keep
becoming a reality, where you're controlling shit with your mind. You know, it's not telekinesis per se, but you're hooked up to like machines and you're making shit go with your mind.
Yeah.
And it sounds so fucking science fiction-y to say, like, oh yeah, dude, I was at work and you know, I was hooked up to the old telekinetic machine there, and I had to move about 500 pounds of this, and it was a pain in the ass. And you're gonna be looking back, and be like, man, I remember when I had to lift that shit with my hands.
Yeah.
It
I
took
mean,
all day.
that's the scary part of, I mean, like, you know, again, it's like 50-50. It's like, that's the scary part, but also exciting. But at the same time, I think it's more or less scary because we're not that far from that. You know what I mean? Like, it seems science fiction-y, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, like, we're not too far from that. But then that's the thing, too, is if you have people getting so into it, you know, but they also got to go to work, so obviously, again, that timing thing comes into play. But what if, you know, like I said, our human brain has never been woke in this way before. It's never had this type of interaction. That might wake up, you know how they say you only use 2% of your brain, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
This might open up a whole nother capacity of your brain to
Yes!
where it might have a positive effect where now you're thinking
Yes.
in regular reality, going to work, everyday life, whatever. Now you're thinking in a completely different realm of like possibility, and that might be a positive for people that use it the right way for success and whatever in their own life. But also the negative is going to be like, well, I made this happen in the game, you know, why can't I make it happen in real life? And then all of a sudden, now that's what's gonna drive them back to, I gotta go home. I gotta get back in the game. And, you know, just like a drug, like you were saying. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Well, that's actually, you know, something else that you brought up that I didn't think about. You only use 2% of your brain, and we have the capacity that we just haven't unlocked to use more of that brain. Suppose that we're taking the step in the right direction to getting that much closer to unlocking the human brain by taking these steps. You know, I mean, the brain is a muscle that needs to be exercised, and suppose that by doing this, it's the right steps to exercise that muscle.
Yeah.
In a different way.
And it's more, in a way, it's quicker, you know, because like our brain wasn't,
There's something over there.
it wasn't developed to make you happy. It wasn't developed to, you know, do that. Like, that's your
There's a
job.
resource nearby.
Your brain's meant to make you just survive and shit. And that's why when people get scared or you get nervous about something, you want to retreat because your brain's like, hey, whoa, this is dangerous. Like, step back, you know, get back to safety. But so now with this type of shit, it's going to be teetering on the edge of like, holy fuck, what's going on? I don't know how to react to this, but it's your brain, so it's going to adapt. It's going to find ways to, it just takes a second. And then once you figure it out,
Sorry, but I've got my
but that's what I was saying though. Yeah, it'll just like wake up the other part of your brain. What that is yet, I don't really know.
leader, so figure it out.
But it's not
No.
going to be something you've ever used before.
Exactly, because you're going to be using it in an entirely different way. I mean, if you've ever, if you've seen it, you should see it. You know, you're in there, you're fighting. It's just like playing a video game, but you're doing it all with your mind.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all totally mental.
It's
You know?
almost like tapping into your imagination, but like you're really able to touch it now. Instead of your imagination just being this kind of like dreamy fairy tale type thing that it almost seems real when you jump into it deep, but now it's gonna be like, holy fuck, I can literally touch this. Like I can, you know what I mean? Like, holy fuck, dude. Like, and it's gonna get to the point with this AI type shit, and this is like, I don't know if you know about Neuralink and Elon Musk and all that shit, but he's saying in probably another 10 years, well, before that, he's got that Neuralink thing and all that, but he's saying like we're gonna get to a point where you can record your dreams. You're gonna be able to record your dreams. You're gonna be able to, if you die, you can just take your chip out of your body and implant it into a computer, and then just be, you know what I mean? That's the scary but this is kind of like tapping.
That is really fucking scary. Have you ever seen Altered Carbon on Netflix?
Nah.
It's the same fucking concept about what you were talking about, that Neuralink thing. You'll have a chip in Altered Carbon. They have chips in their brains, like right in the brainstem, like right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm making the motions because you can't fucking see me. Dude, watch that fucking show. It's one of the best shows on fucking Netflix, man. Altered Carbon.
It's a show.
It's a TV show on Netflix. It's one of the best fucking shows you're ever gonna watch, dude. It's just like the thing, and the concept is scary as fuck. Because basically, oh god, I wish you never told me about the Neuralink thing. That's scary as fuck. It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be fucking horrible.
Well,
So
yeah, go
it's
ahead.
the same concept. It's the same fucking concept as what you're talking about. You just scared the shit out of me by telling me about Neuralink. So everyone in the world has that. Basically, you can be immortal. But the only people who are really immortal are rich people.
Right.
So, we're fucked. When we die, our chips get sent to a fucking bin, and our loved ones spend the rest of their lives trying to raise a fortune to get us a new body. While the rich people out there just keep making copies of their bodies, and every time they die or get killed or murdered because they're rich and everybody fucking hates them, they're always trying to kill them, they just got a fucking body in their closet to get re-chipped in.
Wow. What's the show? What's the show called one more time? Altered Carbon.
Altered Carbon. And
I'll check it out.
oh dude, it is the best. And they spend in that show which they don't really accomplish it. They spend the whole time trying to fucking destroy the chips, like the thing to make them not usable. So basically, when you die, you go bye-bye. And that's by Abe Lincoln's.
Scary
Like,
seeing how much
I don't know if have you looked into the Neuralink thing with Elon Musk and what he's doing?
I haven't, but now I'm scared shitless. Thanks.
Well, no, it's
But it should show up if you become invisible.
like anything else. It has its positives and negatives and all that, but literally, their goal
Just
is
like the
to-
coronavirus shot, I'm gonna opt out of Neuralink. When I die, I want to go bye-bye.
No. It's not. That's not their goal. That's not the goal with that. The whole thing with that is like if you've lost your sight, they're gonna be able to bring that back. If you're a quadriplegic, they're gonna be able to bring that back. If you struggle with any sort of like if there's any part, like if you had a stroke and you lost feeling in the complete left side of your body, you can't use it, they're gonna be able to bring that back. Like that's why they're doing that, and they're meant to make it affordable for like regular people to get if they so choose. You can and you can't, you don't have to, but what he was saying is like down the road, most likely that's what you're gonna be able to do. But look into it.
So, like,
because it's really
How my
cool.
brain's all fucked up because of my epilepsy. Will that help me? Will I be rid
They'd
of
be able
epilepsy?
to, yeah, 100%. 100%. Look into it. Look into it. Watch him talk about it. You're literally gonna be like, damn, dude. Like, holy fuck, man. Like, he's a great guy. Why he doesn't get talked about more is beyond me. Like,
That actually
Just
sounds
think.
interesting, man.
dude, I'm telling you, look it up, check it out. It's gonna blow your fucking mind that the fact that
So this is the subway.
he does this shit,
Basically an abandoned
the
mine.
boring tunnel,
There are some
SpaceX,
places with active
and
subway lines.
like Tesla, and does all this shit simultaneously, and is still like he's the only billionaire right now that's actually like trying to, hey, let's work as a human race. Let's go here. Let's explore Mars. You know, let's build a colony and let's make life interplanetary and like like all these other idiots are just like, hey, I built a rocket and I'm afloat in space. Yay, I'm back. Okay, woo! So glad to be me. Like, fuck that. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing for us or anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna get off on a tangent, but you know what I mean. You get a minute, look it up. But yeah, I don't know, man. This whole VR conversation and this whole like shit, I don't know, man. It's got me thinking. Like, I love Red Dead so much. I would love the fact that I could like really just leave and get into that world for a little bit. Like, I do play in the game, but it would be like completely immersive, and that would literally like blow my fucking mind. That'd be
Yeah, that would be cool.
man.
Well, and I mean,
There's a train,
so like
so
I
make sure the others
I just get so excited about it because I think of all the types of games that I would like. I would just love getting into. Like, I mean, if anything would get me to a point where I would want to be like a type of game designer, it would be this, because you are legitimately making worlds come to life. I'm not saying that the games that we play now aren't exciting to make come to life, but when somebody would go into this type of game, they're going into it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then,
Yeah.
and then furthermore, wouldn't you, if you made a game, think of the game that you would want to make. You would want to play this game, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
After you made it? Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind, the type of game that I would want to make, and it's just because it's me and you, and it's the way we've lived our lives, and how we live them, I would make a Mafia kind of game.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be with all the trimmings, man. It's gonna be a lot like The Godfather. It's gonna have different family types, but you're not gonna have like your atypical enemies to fight. It's gonna be an MMORPG. You can extort all the businesses.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Drive
it,
the cars and just like
yeah,
have a certain feel to it. Make it like a roaring, like, you know, the 20s, 30s, 40s type shit, and like really
Yep.
experience that time. Have people dress that way. The cars, the sounds, the smells of all that.
yep.
It'd be
And
so
you-
cool.
You can take over the whole fucking area, man. I mean, but it's gotta be big. You know what I mean? And it's gotta be it's just gotta be fucking good, because you always have to be. I think it would really work out, man, because the reason that type of game would work out. I mean, like I said, I used to play this one, Murder Mafia, and that's an online game that has always been going, and it's just a New York City thing, and you're always extorting businesses, and you're always killing people, and there's always families.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not everybody wants to be the Godfather. Nope, not everybody wants to be the head of the family, but there's always a person that wants that responsibility, because either you're gonna have peace between the 5 families, or eventually somebody's gonna fuck up and you're gonna go to war.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, the end game goal in being in a family or being the head of the family is to make money.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
And I was just thinking, like, having like open world type games in virtual reality, you almost have more like space and room to work with in a way, I guess, if you want to put it that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you can only cram so much into this drive on this operating system of this little
Yeah.
small operating system of this game system thing or whatever. But like, if you have virtual reality, that shit would be like, it would be literally another world. Like, they would almost have to come up with an operating system for like the motherboard of all these virtual reality, almost like an iRobot thing, you know, like that one thing controlled all the fucking robots, like something like it would. But that's
No,
the
man.
thing, is,
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Because really, all you need is the internet and the mind.
yeah. But you'd have to
And
make
you
it
need
like a
that.
certain,
You need that computer to link everything together.
right. But I'm saying, like, when you're designing the game, like whatever game you're designing, I'm saying like the size of it. Like, you can
Right.
have open world, but are you gonna relate that open world to the actual? You know what would be fucking really cool? It wouldn't even be like a game, but like have, you know, like you can hop on Google and YouTube and look at videos and pictures of places and be like, oh my god, that'd be so awesome to go there, like on the beach of Italy. Like,
Yeah,
Make
that's
the game-
something else I discussed in the second episode, is that would change simulators. This would change simulators forever, dude.
Yeah.
You could make real life simulators, and you could make them. You could also make those MMORPGs. Grandma lives in fucking Florida, dude. You ain't gotta hop on a plane. You just get one for grandma, get one for you. You guys can meet up.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
That's
fuck
it.
going to Florida for a vacation. I'm hopping in the fucking simulator, dude. You know what the issue is, though? I was sitting there saying, it's a fucking simulator, man. Spring break's going on. Your fucking wife's in the other room. Oh, where you going again, huh? Florida? No, it's spring break. Oh, yeah, I'm just going fishing. I'm just going fishing. I bet you are. I bet you are. I'm hopping in mine, too. What you gonna do, drive the boat? Yeah, if I have to. Ain't gonna see you going to fucking Cancun, motherfucker.
And you see,
Okay.
this is what we were talking about earlier. Is like, okay, say your grandma did have a VR thing, and she knew how to use it, all this, and you did too. And you're traveling back and forth. You're both very familiar of how to use it. Use it all the time for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden, grandma dies. But it saved all your virtual interactions, but it still has her virtual character alive. You know what I'm saying? So you can still see grandma, even though you just went and saw her funeral like 2 days ago. Now you're gonna go home, turn on your system, and disappear in this world so you can visit grandma again. You know what I'm saying?
No,
That's fucked
no,
up.
because your avatar would only it would
Be
only
live.
be online if you were. It would only be on there if you were on there. Do
Yeah.
you know what I
no,
mean?
I'm saying
You're,
like
you're
the-
not in
the
game
save.
unless you are. So grandma wouldn't be there unless grandma is in there.
Yeah. That'd be crazy though. I don't know, man. That's.
I tell you what, man, if grandma's in there, somebody's using her fucking avatar, and that's identity theft.
Yeah. Grandma, what mighty teeth you have?
And I don't know why somebody wants to play as grandma in Florida during spring break.
Scary seeing how much I
Yeah.
evolve.
What's going on here? Something's not adding up.
Yeah.
Especially after she died, I'm pretty sure grandma's identity was stolen. Identity theft.
Reinforcement
Yeah,
request from
this shit's
Platoon's
deep.
operator. They're being attacked.
I love this.
Dude, I fucking told you, man. I told you. Because it's something, to be perfectly fucking honest, it's something that everybody can relate to, even if they don't realize it, because every fucking person wants an escape from reality. Everybody wants to disappear. And even though the idea of being put into a semi-coma sounds fucking scary, well, guess what? Isn't everybody at some point putting themselves into a fucking semi-coma? Oh, dude, I got so drunk last night, I don't even remember what the fuck I did. Oh, dude, I got so stoned, I don't even, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, everybody has a drug of choice.
Yep.
But it doesn't, you know, I mean, it makes
doesn't
it
even
feel
have-
better for...
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. You don't even have to be like a gamer. You know what I mean? It's that
Yeah.
it goes beyond that.
Exactly, and that's my fucking point, because the things that they could come out with for this porn industry, and the simulator, and I mean just everything in general that they could just fucking come out with for this. I mean, are you kidding me? I want to travel so bad, but I can't fucking afford it. I would honestly, straight up, yeah, I'd get those simulator ones. I'd love to go check out Florida. You brought up Italy? Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Now, I mean, you know, it's not gonna be the same, and I'm sure probably something would be left out, like
Yeah.
England, man. I would love to actually go to England because of Stonehenge and some other
Yeah.
paranormal stuff that's there. Coming soon, a paranormal podcast. Not tonight, but coming soon. I would love to go to those areas and actually see them.
There
But-
will still be a connection. People
Sure.
people are still gonna want a human connection. There's gonna be people that are probably never are gonna even ever fuck with it because they're like, hell no, it's horrible, you know, whatever. But you know, even the people that are gonna be into it, they're not. It's not gonna like. They're still gonna want that human connection. You can't have it all virtual, but that's the
No.
thing though. It's like after a while, it's gonna. I think if you do it enough, it's gonna be kind of hard. Like I was saying, to distinguish, you know, reality from. I think daydreaming will probably become more of a thing. Like, you know, I don't know. It's crazy.
I just the prospect is just, it's so damned exciting
Yeah.
because I see it happening, and I see it happening fairly soon. Again, I really don't want it to be a whole room item because I don't have a whole fucking room for it.
Me neither. Right now.
So Sony, if you're the ones that are going to be planning on making it, change your fucking design, please. Not every fucking person has a whole room dedicated to that.
Yeah.
If it's a testing design, then that's fine. Make it smaller.
I really think that's what it would be, like a rollout fucking censored room would be.
Oh, it's not a rollout, bro. It's designed like a hamster wheel.
Oh.
Oh, it's fucking huge. It's probably 5 feet tall.
Oh,
You have to keep in mind a person has to fit in this thing.
alright.
There's a headset, and then it almost.
I hope Kasane is okay.
Sony, don't hate me, but it almost reminds me of that that fucking wheel from South Park that Mr. Garrison designed.
You're right. Let's take care of these guys first.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He said, Sony, don't hate me.
Yeah. Anybody listening that watches South Park, if you have any idea what I'm talking about, that's almost what reminds me of. Except there's a ring that goes around it as well. It's not just like one ring. I think he might have had one with 2 rings too. As far as I'm aware of, nothing goes up your ass. It doesn't look like anything goes up your ass. And I don't think there's 2 dildos for you to hold on to either. Didn't see that. You just kind of fit in there like a capsule almost.
Sony's gonna come out with a disclaimer. Whatever they said, no.
But yeah, it's a hell of a fucking design. I'll say that. I'm not allowed to buy it.
Yeah, you're banned.
You're clearly not sophisticated enough for this item. $5,000. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess he's right. I'm not allowed to buy it.
Hey, you guys do layaway?
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I mean, it's crazy because it just, you look around and you see the news and it seems more plausible as things just keep coming out. I mean, if you look in the right places,
Yeah.
news-wise, I should say.
Yeah. Not CNN and Fox.
Right. The right fucking internet places.
Yeah. The happy shit.
Yeah, the good and interesting shit. Not the political slander and the fucking murder news that's constantly being bombarded with you.
So confused. How is Naomi and others?
Basically 24/7.
Exactly. Yeah, get that shit off. God, there is way more better shit on than the crap that you're peddling. The world isn't all doom and gloom.
No.
It's just fear mongering.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
That's
Yep.
the legitimate way to put it. That's all they ever do is they're constantly fear mongering because that's the best way the government can keep a handle on everybody. If everybody's always scared, then they're a lot easier to handle.
Yep.
And if everybody's constantly divided, well, nobody's coming for anybody because they're fighting each other.
Yep. That's how they look at it. Let them solve their own problems. They'll kill each other first.
Yep, better divided than united. That makes for a happy government.
Yeah.
Because they can take their time fucking everything up
Yep.
instead of fixing anything.
That's why I don't vote. It doesn't fucking matter anyway.
Yeah, I'm sad to say the same thing too.
Yeah, that shit doesn't mean shit to me. People can have their opinions and oh my god, why don't you vote? I don't give a flying fuck. That's your opinion.
Yeah, Corey, what was it that Eminem said?
I know it's your opinion, but your opinion's wrong.
Well, thanks for joining us here. I hope you had a good time. And we'll catch you next time here on our special little podcast here.
You really want to do that voice?
Yeah, I do. I liked it. And I want to leave all this in. Now it's your turn.
I'm gonna stick with it. In case I don't see you. Good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Damn it! close. Here we go. What happened? Where are you? Hey! Please stop! Damn it!
I need to support the injured.
My fault. Damn it! We can still fight. Damn it!